Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, all appropriate ages, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. So, last night, hotfix number 6 popped up. So, let's have a look at what we've got to read. And how long it takes to load up. Shouldn't take that. So, today's hotfix, which was yesterday evening, addresses some high priority bugs and brings with it some changes to operators and focus. This will tentatively be the last hotfix of this week as we look towards preparing for next week's Zephyr Prime and Chroma Prime Vault launch. We will of course be monitoring tomorrow and over the weekend for any urgent issues, and will be hotfixing in those cases. Thank you. Another round of community feedback has brought a handful of changes to operators and the focus school system. This time the focus is on the casting animation speed and certain focus abilities, and some minor changes to Void Sling. We are working on optimising the base speed, duration and animation in these hotfixes. We are also doing code reviews for our next update to review further tweaks, with an emphasis on Void Sling. More on that very soon. So the following focus abilities have had their casting animations replaced with a faster variant: Caustic Strike, Magnetic Flare and Void Snare. Shortened and increased the speed of the Void Levitation and Contamination Waves casting animation. Replace the following focus abilities casting animation with a faster variant that is also upper body only, which now allows for full movement while casting as opposed to staying stationary. And those two are Guardian Shell and Temporal Drag. Void Sling changes. Decrease the time it takes for Void Sling's endpoint to reach its max distance. Increase the overall velocity of slinging to the endpoint. The abilities option from the pause menu can now be accessed when playing as operator. Focus fixed. Fix the incorrect values for Innermite's energy cost when ability efficiency is not at 100%, i.e. equipping Blind Rage. For most Warframe abilities, this was a UI only bug. Gameplay values were unaffected, but some really did end up with very wrong energy costs. Zariman mission changes and fixes. Made matchmaking more robust, so fixed players with public matchmaking turned on, not matching into the same bounty with each other. Thank you, because I suffered that last night after work. Updated armaments UI to use seconds instead of percentage in Void Armageddon missions. Added more tutorial messages in the Angel of Zariman's quest Void Flood mission in regards to the corruption level, as in closing ruptures lowers the corruption meter. Keep the corruption meter low to avoid negative void complications. Fixed cases of Void Flood bounty normal mission rewards and round rewards not being awarded. Thank you, because that has been a pain in the ass. Fixed infinite loading screen when entering the Zariman elevator as operator during Zariman bounty. This resulted in having to abort the mission in order to escape the confines of the elevator. Thank you for fixing that. Fixed Void Manifestation HUD not showing to players who join the fight in progress. Fixed anti-Warframe bubble not working on clients in Void Cascade missions. Fixed being unable to enter Void Manifestation area due to a delay on their health bar appearing. Fixes towards the Zariman bounties with the kill X amount of Grineer challenge ending up with Corpus enemies and vice versa. Yes! Well, I talked about that last week. I hope that is truly fixed, but in all fairness, I think that will still be up for review, because say it's Corpus and you go into an exterminate, but you've accepted the bounty, and before you get in the elevator, just from rotation, it has switched to Grineer. Will that still need fixing? Because then effectively Grineer could still possibly show up, because that's what happened to me last week. Fixed unable to complete the complete mission without abilities bounty in the Zariman mobile defense due to a lack of extraction and other factors. A lack of extraction is a big issue. Fix some cases of extraction not enabling after host migration in Void Armageddon missions. Possible fix for objective UI trackers sometimes being out of order in Void Flood bounty missions. For Void Floods, can you also fix that the little bubble you've got next to you that stores all the Vitaplast? Can you fix that so it actually shows what we have in it? Because it still bugs out a lot of the time, showing that we got nothing in it, so you can't see how much you really have. Added a cap to the number of Xmas units that can spawn in endless mission types. This includes Survival, Void, Flood, Void Armageddon, Cascade, Disruption, Zealoid Prelate, Dreadlock Protocol Quest, and the Rising Tide quest. Previously, spawn scaling was uncapped. Now it scales by squad size, taking into account solo players versus squads. In other words, Xmas have the same percentage to spawn for each enemy, but once you hit the simultaneous Xmas cap, no more will spawn until they are killed. Here's a breakdown for scaling spawn cap based on squads. Solo player, no more than 2 Xmas at a time. 2 player squad, 2 Xmas at a time. 3 player squad, 3 Xmas at a time. 4 player squad, 4 at a time. Okay. Survival sorties are not affected by this change. I didn't think they would be. Health and energy leech Xmas units will no longer create their leeching zones in places that are not in their line of sight. This will allow them to attack through objects. Now they will only create their leeching zones when they can see the target they are trying to attack. They were able to put this in the extraction elevator at the end of a mission still. So I'm glad that's been fixed. And then there's fixes to Ghoulburge bounties, not pounties. What? Fix Hydroids, Pilfering Swarm, Necrosis, Desecrating Cause, Pilfering Strangle, Dome, affecting Vitaplast drop amounts on the... Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. This was the original design intention, as was mentioned in pre-launch sponsored videos on Void Flood missions. Its core design encourages use of your parkour skills as a primary way to collect scattered Vitaplast around the tile set, with enemy drops being secondary. Fix Cascade, your overcharges critical chance buff applying to all weapons instead of just a secondary. Fixed all Lucanan evolutions that increased or reduced critical / status chance not applying correctly. Fixed Layton's overwhelming attrition evolution perk activating from status DOTs inflicted by the weapon. That was a contradiction to its description and original design. Fix the noticeable seam in the torso / arm area of the Valkyr Carnivex skin. I can't even remember the last time I used a Valkyr. Fix Mesa's staggering shield augment mod chance to stagger enemies accumulating each time it's cast. And then there is a... Actually, no. Yeah, we can go through the rest of them. Let's make this video long and boring. Fix the wrong sound effects playing on Nova's antimatter when Inamite's charge is ready. Fix Inaris's spectralist shadows created from amalgam enemies not despawning. Fix another case of Excalibur Umbra losing all function after being spiked by a void manifestation. Fix Inaris's losing loss of function after being spiked by a manifestation while devouring. Fix the Vasero Sakara badge's shifting position in an asymmetric way when equipped with shoulder armor. Fix some duplicated blitz / volatile Xmas effects on clients. Fix being able to sell ALAC components for ducats. Who would do that? Who in their right mind on God's green earth would do that? It's a pain in the ass to farm the parts as it is. Why just trade them for ducats? The fact they had to fix this means someone has done that, which is... that person needs a talking to. Fixed health and leech effects and sounds not working properly for clients. Fix Zariman ghosts standing still indefinitely after host migration. Fix operator missing facial customizations in the first cinematic of the Angels of the Zariman quest. Fixed all focus schools, some Dalis clipping through the Lisette Prime skin library. Fix an issue with the reload sound effects for the Oscura skin. Fixing Wisp and Titania's animation sets not floating while having the S-bar equipped. Fix crash when opening up the higher Railjack crew members window at Ticker and Fortuna. Fix script error related to the Conclave team select interface. Wow, they actually did something for Conclave. My god, wow. It's been so long. Fix script error related to Volt shock ability. Fix script error related to Alavi's blinding beam ability. Fix potential script error when joining a mission in progress for host migrating. Fix missing sounds during the opening sequences in the Science Vigil quest. Fix potential script error when joining a mission in progress or host migrating. Fix Shores in custom bindings not saving and reverting to default when using the Shores in emote on controller. Fix script error related to a virus quiver. Missed notes from Hotfix 5. Added focus node modifiers to the ability screen descriptors. There's a link for that. I'm not clicking on it. Fixed case where the focus points were being consumed to purchase Teshin's 10,000 Kuva Steel Path Honours. That was a thing. This also prevented you from making a purchase if you didn't have the right kind of focus points. A script has been run on all platforms to refund focus points for anyone who purchased Kuva from Teshin between the launch of the Angels of Zariman update and this hotfix. Who would trade focus points for Steel Path Honours? Who traded airlock parts for ducats? What in the blue hell, players? Some of those fixes, those two fixes in particular, seem bizarre, but they had to be fixed because someone out there, one of us, went and did them. That is nuts. Sometimes I'm amazed. This is one of those times. Oh my days. I'm actually surprised they fixed something to do with Conclave. Can we just go ahead and fix the rest of it now, please, DE? You know, more game types, more maps. The actual Conclave sigil contributing to Conclave standing. Frame Fighter giving you Conclave standing, because it is technically part of Conclave, even though it's not there. Anywho. Let's not get into a Conclave rant. I've done it one too many times and no one gives a shit about Conclave, it seems, anymore. There may be 2 people, but there was 3, but I gave up. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm going to go back to farming airlock and Hesbar parts without trading them for ducats like an Egypt. And I shall see you all later.